Greetings. Hello. It is November 27th, 2024. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and the best thing that happened to me today was I got to read a lot. Today was awesome. I read so much awesome stuff. I watched a movie. I talked to my friends. I talked to my girlfriend. I got a Pokemon the premium collection pack. It was really cool. I'm really grateful today for being alive. That's the first one. The second one, this is my gratitude journal. So you can see what I've written here. It's like as much as possible. Anyway, the the lines are pretty small, but anyway, having the honor of being able to know the people I had the pleasure to experience life with. I think that's something I'm really grateful for. I've said this a few times recently, and it's this realization that I've been having. Like, dude, of all of the time, of all of the ever that humanity could have ever been, we were born at the exact same time. Assuming you're watching this video relatively soon after I published it, and not 200 years in the future. Like, the mere probability that my dad's sperm and my mom's egg combined, and I waddled through the fucking world to get to this point to discuss this thing, and you are here listening to it, is like so incredibly unlikely in the grand scheme of all of fucking the universe. And good God, it makes me. I was thinking about this earlier. I was walking down the hallway to pick up a package from my apartment's package room. Okay, this hallway is like it's like a 5-minute walk. Okay, this is like the longest hallway in the universe. And I was thinking, man, if someone turned the corner at the other end of the hallway, right as I turned the opposite corner of the other end of the hallway, what would I do? And like, I think truthfully, I'd probably stare like, let's say I was looking straight forward, probably look a little bit like this, a little bit like, I walk forward and look like slightly to the side, so that way we're not making eye contact. But like, maybe there's like a realistic, I'm looking at the paint, I don't know, I'm looking at the numbers on the doors that, I've seen 400 times. But I think it made me really think about, like, dude, why do I feel like an anxiety to say, hey, man, how's it going? You're on the other side of the hallway. We're going to, like, walk towards each other for the next, like, 3 minutes. Like, how's your day going? Like, what'd you have for lunch? I don't know. Like, I feel this, if I were to do that, I feel this insane fear in my soul if I was presented with that scenario. I don't think I would, at least up to this point of questioning it, like, I don't think I would have ever said, hey, man, how's it going? And, like, wave down the hallway. I think it's because, I'm a skeptical person. I think I assume that some other people are skeptical. If I saw someone do that, I'd probably turn around and go the other way. I'd probably be really scared to keep walking forward down the hallway. Maybe it's because there's this vulnerability. If you know that they like, you have to keep walking forward, and like, I have to keep walking forward. It's just, it'd be really awkward if, like, I kind of made it awkward, like, immediately, and now we have to, like, walk down the rest of the hallway really awkward, and it's really weird, and then we're gonna have to pass by each other, and then, it's kind of awkward. So either way, despite that thankfulness, like, I'm very honored to be able to share a hallway in a random basement, in a random apartment, in a random speck of the fucking world, with somebody else who just happened to be here at the exact same time that I was. I'm really thankful for that, but even then, I don't say, hey, man, how's it going? I look to the side, or I look at my phone instead of saying, hey. And it really makes me think, why do we have to do that, man? Why can't I just walk on the street and say, hello, man, how's it going? I don't know you, but hi, my name's Griff, and how's your day going, man? Without it being this assumption that something is wrong. And perhaps it's a reflection of my inner mind, or, I'm probably assuming the worst. And that's true. I think that, honestly, I think that the world has taught me that, damn, a lot of strangers they could kind of fuck you up if you're not safe. I think the street smarts would be to say, don't do that on a random street in LA. Don't do that. But, actually, this happened. This is a real story. Is that So one day I was taking in groceries from Amazon Fresh. I was living in Seattle at the time in like, just a classic apartment. It was my first apartment after graduating. And I had so many Amazon Fresh bags that like I couldn't take all of the bags from right next to the elevator to my apartment. So I had to go in like multiple loads, right? And when I first picked up that load, someone was like, "Hey man, you want any help? Like I could help you bring all this stuff back to your apartment. Like, just let me know, I'll help you." And I was like, "No, dude, I got it. Thank you though." And it was like, dude, I should have said yes, fuck. And like immediately after I said no and like the elevator door closed, I was like, damn, that guy doesn't know me. He has no interest in me. He just was like, "Hey, you want any help?" And I said no. Damn, what a jackass. Are you kidding me? And I was immediately like, you know what? The next time, I'm interacting with a stranger, the next time I can be friendly with someone, I'm going to be. And I'm going to be thankful and grateful for interacting with them. And it sounds, like a little annoying there. Like, yeah, sure you are, buddy. So, later that day, I was tested and failed. Oh, God. So, I ordered protein bars at the time. And it was like 3 boxes of protein bars. I want to be stocked up for a while. Different flavors. And I went to the package room, not there. I went to the mail room, not there. Shit. Okay, so I was like emailing the apartment, like, "Hey, can you just like check the security footage? Like, I want my protein bars, please." Like submitting like all that stuff for Amazon, whatever. And this guy walks over and he's like, "Hey man, how's it going?" I'm like, I lost all my protein bars. And he said, "Oh, really? I saw some protein bars in the trash behind the apartment." And I was like, "No way, dude. Are you serious? You found some protein bars?" Alarm bells should be going off in your head. I followed him to this trash room. And lo and behold, my protein bars were there. He wasn't fucking with me. The protein bars were really there. And I was like, "Holy shit, man. Thank you so much. You just saved me like $50. This is incredible. Oh my God. Thank you so much." Not all the protein bars were there. The blueberry protein bars, they were missing. Whoever stole my protein bars, they must have just disliked them or really liked the blueberry protein bars. I don't know what they did with it. It's gone forever. Never to be found. So anyway, go back to the lobby. I'm like, "Hey man, thank you so much. I got to get back to my apartment. I'm going to eat some protein bars and go to the gym. This is exciting." And he's like, "Dude, is there any chance I could use your bathroom?" And I was like, "Oh, I thought you work here, right? Like you have a bathroom and stuff." And he's like, No, we don't have a bathroom. I work here, but we don't have a bathroom." And I'm like, "Oh, that seems like a workplace violation." But he was like, "You know what?" I was like, "Okay, this guy's wearing like a weed shirt. Like he's probably, I don't know. He seemed disheveled, a little bit dirty. It seemed like he hasn't showered in a little bit." And I was like, "Yeah, man. Yeah, come to my apartment. Come on in and go to the bathroom, dude. By all means. Fuck yeah." I had not considered the possibility that this was a homeless man that I was now inviting into my home. I think my brain was primed such that even if it was a homeless man, I wasn't judging it. I don't care. Some days I don't shower very well. Who knows, man? Some days I didn't shave very well today. This is not even shaved. Who am I to judge? So I walked with him towards the elevator. I hop in the elevator and he's like, "Hey man, yeah, thanks for letting me use your bathroom. I'm gonna be doing stuff." I'm like, yeah. Sounds good. I just felt so uncomfortable immediately. He said something like, "I'm studying at the college nearby." I was like, "What college?" And he's like, "The college nearby." I was like, "Okay." And "What are you studying?" I'm studying some stuff. You know how it is." I was like, yeah. Doing a little awkward laugh to appease my anxiety that's now forming. Get to my apartment, unlock the door. My roommate is there in his boxers, wielding a knife, cutting chicken. And he looks at me and he's immediately like, "What the fuck?" Like I can see it in his eyes. He's like, "Well, what the fuck, man?" I bring him in. I'm like, hey, this is my roommate Ted. How's it going? What's your name again? I don't know. He needs to use a bathroom, you know. And it goes into my room. The bathroom is in my room. There's like a neutral bathroom that was like my roommate's bathroom. There's a bathroom in my room. So he goes in there, locks the door, and then I'm just like, I am flooded with anxiety. I'm like, oh my God, is he planting cameras in my bathroom? Is he gonna do drugs in my bathroom? I don't know what the fuck is happening. Horrible assumptions. These are assumptions about this person where I know nothing about them. Maybe they're just a nice, calm person. They just a little dirty today. I don't know. But I started making these assumptions. I started freaking out. Why? Because my roommate was like, dude, that guy's clearly a homeless man. What the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, what do you mean? I don't know. I just need to use the bathroom. He's like, why do you need to use the bathroom? Does he live here? And I'm like, no. Does he work here? Yeah. There's no bathroom? Oh, yeah. And he comes out of the bathroom and hops on my beanbag. I had a beanbag in front of my bed. Hops on the beanbag and is like, "Hey man, could I take a quick nap?" I'm like, "No, I gotta go to the gym, man. You're gonna have to go." He's like, "Oh, really? Are you sure I can't just take a quick nap on the beanbag?" I'm like, "No, I'm sorry." And damn, part of my soul still feels like I would have loved to offer him a place on my beanbag. I don't know. I feel like even though it wouldn't be safe for me, even though I know that it is the wrong answer to do it, even though that I know that that is just like fundamentally the opposite of street smarts, some part of my damn soul would still have wanted to let him be on the beanbag. Because I could feel dude, if you're in that scenario, man, wouldn't it be real nice if someone offered you a little bit of, you know, love and appreciation for, you know, being there? Anyway, started feeling bad about that. I was like, hey, we got to go. Bring him out. We walk down the corridor, get into the elevator. He's like, hey, man. I'm like, yeah. What's up? And he's like, do you have any spare cash? And I'm like, nah, you know, I only carry like a, you know, card and stuff. Okay. Yeah. All right. So he's all right. So anyway, go down at this apartment. There were two gates, one gate from my side of the apartment, then this like kind of middle ground where cars could go through, and then another gate that led to the gym. And so I exit the first gate. Now we're back in a neutral zone. It's basically the neutral Seattle city zone. And I'm like, hey, dude, it's nice to meet you. I hope you have a good day. Stay safe. God bless you, etc. And he's like, yeah, man, see you later. Oh, wait, I forgot something in the gym. Is there any way I could go back in there? Could I go back in the gym real quick? And I was like, this guy's lying to me. He does not have anything in the gym. I know that he doesn't have anything in the gym. Sure, man. Yeah, come on into the gym. Yeah, just yeah, sure. I was like, what is the worst case scenario? What could possibly go wrong for me inviting this random homeless guy into the gym? Surely, like, what is the worst that could happen? Nothing can happen. Hop on the treadmill. I say goodbye to him. He like just walks away. I start listening to music, getting the groove of the 5-speed on the treadmill, and suddenly someone taps me on the shoulder, and they say, "Hey, did you know that guy?" And I'm like, yeah, no, I didn't. What happened? He stole my phone. I was like, fuck, man. Are you kidding me? Fuck, yes, fuck, that's the homeless guy that I let in. He stole your fucking phone. I think it's a homeless guy, and yeah. And he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, kind of. I let him in my apartment, and then, I let him in the gym. What? What the fuck, man? Oh God, my quest for trying to be kind and like it like be like, hey, I'm not gonna judge this guy for looking a little disheveled today, maybe he found my protein bars. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Led to that guy losing his phone. Horrible, man. Horrible. You know what the most jackass thing that happened after that? Horrible, awful, jackass thing to say by me. Guy, we chat for a little bit. Turns out we actually work at like the same. I was working at Amazon as a software engineer at the time, and we go into the courtyard. And I'm like, man, fuck, I'm so sorry, dude. Like, this is horrible. Like, it's all my fault. Like, if I just didn't let him in, like, it was so easy. Holy shit, I'm so sorry. That was so dumb. Like, oh my fucking God. It was such a clear, like, what the hell, man? He's like, yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. And I was like, hey, man, add me on, add me on Slack for, I'll buy you a coffee at some point, to make up for it. Are you kidding me? This guy lost his multi-$100 phone, and I'm just like, yeah, I'll buy you a coffee. Fuck you, man. He didn't say anything. He was just like, yeah, sure. I sent him a message later. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry about all this. He never responded because I was being a jackass. Holy shit. Anyway, I can laugh about it now, given a little bit of time and distance from it. But dear God, today I said, I'm grateful for having the honor of being able to know the people I have the pleasure to experience life with. Well, the reason I feel anxious, the reason I feel like troubled about saying hey to the guy all the way across the hallway when I just turn around the hallway and we got 5 minutes to walk into each other is because, like, damn it. Well, it could be that person actually is fucking, God, they're gonna fuck with you. And I'm trying to relearn this. It is like just this trust in the like fellow people, in that, like, man, damn it, you're right. There are potentially some people in the world where you interact with them and you're honest and you're having fun or you're authentic with someone, and they'll fuck with you. That's just how it is. That's just how it is, man. I'd like to think that ideally you'd be able to be kind, calm, gentle, everything to everybody, and it would work out. I don't think that's true. I think the unfortunate reality is that they're just, fuck. You could be kind and friendly and let a homeless man into your apartment and they'll steal this guy. As a reward for that guy's phone got stolen. And it's like, shit. If I just kept to myself, if I didn't say anything, if I ignored this guy, I would have lost my protein bars, but that guy's phone wouldn't have been lost. You know what I mean? And so it just makes me sad because I don't want to live life like that. And I don't think I have to. I guess I can open myself up to that vulnerability. But it just pisses me off that, man, there are consequences to being nice sometimes, which is fucked up and stupid. Damn it. And like, the reality is if it's 11 p.m. at night and I'm walking down the street alone and I say hey to someone on the street, that is a bad street smart. That's bad. You shouldn't do that. That's dangerous, man. And why is it dangerous? Because bad people exist and you're opening yourself up for that, which is horrible. I would love to just be able to chat with anybody and be just like, hey, man, how's it going? That's why I actually really love Valorant. That's why I love like web phishing, Discord in general. Like, you can chat with anybody anywhere in the world at any time from the safety of your phone. And yeah, it's sterile. You don't get eye contact. You don't get the feeling of being in person with someone. You don't get all that. But, you don't, invite a homeless man into your apartment that will eventually steal someone else's phone. So, am I dumb? Yeah. But I think it came from a good place, but that doesn't mean the outcome was not except fuck, I don't even know what I'm saying there. Whole point. Here's the point. I'm grateful. I'm very thankful for being in the same place as you right now. We somehow are living at the exact same time, despite the infinitesimally small odds that would ever be the case in the history of humanity. That's pretty epic. And I would love to be as friendly as possible and nice to everybody. But I do think that is a little bit of a pipe dream and a little bit naive. Although I wish the world was a place where you could be naive and it'd be okay. Anyway, third thing I'm grateful for, art, for reminding me I am not alone. You know, when you watch a movie, when you watch a video by someone, when someone tells you their feelings, when someone, shit posts on TikTok about some very niche thing that you thought only you had ever experienced, and you realize, oh my God, everyone else has already experienced this. This is incredible. You no longer feel alone, and art has that unique power to be able to do that. It's insane. There was a quote. Oh man, I wrote it down. It was such a cool quote. Let me find it. Oh my God, this is such an important quote. He said, someone said this about David Foster Wallace. They said DFW's writing kind of evokes the James Baldwin quote for me. You read something which you thought only happened to you, and you discover that it happened 100 years ago to Dostoevsky. This is a very great liberation for the suffering, struggling person who always thinks that he is alone. This is why art is important. And that quote really stuck with me today. I was like, damn, yeah. You know what? That's what I'm experiencing right now. I've thought about so many of these things. The other day I was like, dude, I've thought about the concept of infinite jest by David Foster Wallace. And he already thought about it, and he already made a best-selling novel about it, which is crazy. It makes you appreciative of the humans that have come before you and to come after you, right? So anyway, that's pretty epic. Speaking of which, hold on. Give me a sec. I'm not going to edit this out. Give me a second. Trust me. I'm going to be right back. Trust me. Watch this. This is my copy of Infinite Jest. I just ordered it. I'm on page 0, baby. I will read this. This is the first book that I've set out to read in 15 years, since high school killed my interest in reading for pleasure. So cheers. I certainly chose one of the biggest possible options to tackle, but I thought about it one day, and it turns out someone already wrote it. So God damn it, I got to see what it's all about. Apparently, it's pretty damn epic. So we'll see how that goes. I'd say the last thing, dear God, I thought about a lot of stuff today. Okay, I thought about perhaps a little bit too much, and I will make a point at the end of all of this that I think ties it all together, where I think I have to have a plan here with these logs that is different than how it's manifesting right now. I'll quickly summarize some of the key highlights here. Basically, I have a Discord channel of my own where I'm just posting my thoughts throughout the day. I would say that I thought a lot about autism. I thought a lot about ADHD. I thought a lot about the interaction. I started listening to a book called Divergent Mind, talking, it's more specifically about the woman's experience, women's experience with autism, and, having these societal expectations that result in underdiagnosis and a lot of other things, and talking about the experience. And it's beautiful and so insightful, and it feels, I feel heard. I'm not a woman, but I think it still relates, and I still understand it in a way that is very personal, which is shocking. She said something like, apparently it's not normal to dump some philosophical thoughts for 20 minutes on people. So apparently that's not a normal human, non-autistic thing. Anyway, I think a lot of people are philosophical, but I'm really grateful for my girlfriend who happens to listen to my rants, and I appreciate it. But anyway, the point is, learned a lot about that. Super interesting idea of the consideration of temperament. That is, you should consider what people are saying. You should consider, all this stuff. But there's also this innate temperament that every person has, and you should also be very considerate of that temperament. Someone might just happen to be a little bit more irritable, and you still should appreciate them and work with them. Like you shouldn't discriminate with them based on that, right? Like we don't discriminate based on outward appearance. Why should we discriminate based on your internal mind? That being said, it kind of falls apart when you consider that, a lot of people are just really, 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 really massive assholes for no other reason than malice. At which point I think it introduces the paradox of tolerance again, right? Where like, I don't know. I feel like there's an imbalance here where in theory, yes, I think we should all be very kind and appreciative and considerate of each other. But the answer is that there are really, really, really shitty people who are inconsiderate. And I've been a shitty, inconsiderate person. I have been that person. And I don't think I should have had consideration. I don't think I should have had kindness at a certain point. I think when you're being an asshole, you should be told that you're being an asshole. It should be stomped out. In theory, at one point I read that positivity drowns negativity. When the flame of negativity is extinguished by positivity. So in theory, you should be able to just be always kind. If you hold that as a virtue, if you're always kind, always considerate, then in theory, if there is negativity around you, you should be able to help bring it back to positivity. But I mean, I don't know, man. The equal and opposite, all that stuff. Surely there's a negative force out there much greater than my kind force. I don't know. Good and evil, Star Wars, all that shit. Lots to think about. I don't know the answer. I'm 25 and dumb, so I don't know the damn answer, man. But a lot of thinking about here. And I'll think about it, I'm sure, more over the course of the many years I'll be here, or the few years. Who knows, man? So what's next here? I think the other thing is like, if you have a neurodivergence, you're not a bad person. You're just different. You're not. There's not something wrong with you. You are just different. Given the lack of diagnosis, given the lack of information we have about the brain, about people, about our understanding of us, could it not be that all of us are neurodivergent in some way? Like, could it like, yeah, we just have a few definitions right now, but is it possible that we just don't know yet for certain things? The claim that there is for sure a right way to be a person is fucking stupid, because our values 100 years ago are totally different than today. Our values in 100 years will be totally different. The way that I'm living right now is probably horribly wrong given 100 years of progress. The diagnoses I have, the feelings I have of myself might be just horribly misguided, and we have a little bit more information. What if we're in a simulation, man, and there is no neurodivergence? It's just you just get a fucking randomly assigned number about your personality, dude. I don't know. And maybe that's how it works. But anyway, the point is, I think at the end of the day, it really made me think about, man, we just need to be kind to each other. We need to appreciate each other and our differences. I don't want to be on a soapbox here, but given the state of the world, I think it's pretty clear that we're failing for that. And I can't do much. I'm not a politician. I'm not involved in my local politics, and I could just get involved. But I think the way I'd like to start is by just being kind and considerate to those around me at all times, while respecting my own boundaries. You know what I mean? You still got to respect yourself. So anyway, I think that's an important virtue, is that, again, kindness and being gentle to those around you and being considerate of, given the same stimulus, man, mind-body problem. Given the same stimulus, someone's going to respond differently. And you can either be a dick about that or you can be kind. So it's up to you to choose. I learned about the MacArthur Foundation. Super interesting. I had no idea this existed. The reason, so the MacArthur Foundation basically is an institution that's dedicated to supporting creative people and supporting their missions. So what happens is like a bunch of people are chosen and you just get $800K, no strings attached, spread over 5 years quarterly, right? So you just get a ton of money basically to do whatever you want. And it's based on like your past results. You know, what have you been doing? What have you been demonstrating as a value and potential as like a creative mind? And where does the foundation see you going, I guess? I don't really know. Are there strings attached? I don't know, man. I don't know how anything works on the back end. All I know is that allegedly it's pretty epic. And I looked at a lot of people that have gotten become a fellow before, a MacArthur fellow. And dear God, are they smart as hell, man. It is incredible. I mean, I'm just in such awe of how cool people are, man. It's incredible. There's also this definition of creativity, which was creativity comprises the drive and ability to make something new or to connect the seemingly unconnected in significant ways so as to enrich our understanding of ourselves, our communities, the world, and the universe that we inhabit. Creativity can take many forms, asking questions that open onto fields of inquiry as yet unexplored, developing innovative solutions to perplexing problems, inventing novel methods, tools, or art forms, and or fusing ideas from different disciplines into wholly new constructions, producing works that broaden the horizons of the imagination. That's the purpose of the MacArthur Foundation, is funding people that are doing that, which is insane. That's so cool, man. I think what I want to do is just follow some of these people and like, what are they doing? What does their daily life look like? How are they living life? I don't think there's necessarily a right or wrong way. I think the pursuit of extreme creativity or pushing the boundary of what we know comes at a cost, man. I think it can come at a cost, depending on how it's done. But I think it can come at a cost. Like you sacrifice for the greater good of human advancement. What? I don't know. What you sacrifice? Not sure. But I think there is a sacrifice there. And I suppose the point of the MacArthur Foundation is to say, at least you won't have to sacrifice money. We'll give you monies. And in a world under capitalism where money is necessary, then hey, that's pretty epic. Go do the thing you got to do, bucko. Which for some people, there's this guy Michael Motion. Is his name really Motion? Holy shit, that's insane. He's a juggler, but imagine a big triangle. And now imagine it's like a 3D, you could throw things within that triangle. Now imagine this guy juggling by throwing the balls at the edges of the triangle such that it's bouncing at like the most beautiful rhythm. And oh my God, it's amazing. You just have to look it up. Michael Motion performs a triangle. I'll probably have it in the description. Incredible. And that's someone who won the MacArthur Foundation or the MacArthur Fellowship. Someone that has a remarkable mastery of their body and the mind to be like, dude, what if we made a big triangle and I do some crazy shit that everyone thinks would be impossible? I'm gonna do it. It's so fucking cool, man. It's so cool. I also learned about the mathematics of paper folding because I was looking into like the youngest MacArthur fellows, and Stephen Wolfram, I think, was one of them, and he came up with the idea of like computational origami, which is really like, whoa, holy shit, what the fuck? Because apparently you can create, I think it was like you can create any shape from folding a piece of paper and then cutting it. Proved it. Very cool. The other thing is I realized that these are things that have been done for a very long time in history. Leonardo da Vinci's notebooks, Benjamin Franklin's journals, Ralph Waldo Emerson's journals, Marcus Aurelius' meditations, this isn't unique. This isn't something that is innovative. This isn't something that is crazy different in the world. It's just sharing a part of humanity and being able to participate in goddamn journaling, but in 2024 with a video and with a mic and a camera, you know? Plenty of people have done it with vlogs, with video journals, right? This isn't a new thing. I'm just glad to be able to contribute my little bit and be able to record and share it, document it forever. One of the really cool things, I think it was Emerson. It was either Emerson or Franklin. They did it for it was like 50 years or something. That's insane. That's over 1,500 entries, you know? That's nutso, man. And like 1,800 entries, easily. So anyway, the really interesting thing is, you know, I'm projecting forward in my life, and it's like, damn, this is really exciting. I'm really happy to be making these videos. One comment I made to my buddy, I was like, dude, I can imagine the future where I have a kid. The kid says, "You'll never understand me, Dad. You don't get me. I'm a kid in 2045. You don't understand kids these days." And I'll say, "You know what? I was your age, bucko." And here's the video. Go to 243 in this video, and you'll understand. Man, imagine being able to have a journal from your father of exactly how they felt at any given point in their life. And then when you're concerned, if I died, then my kid could watch that video and get some thoughts. You know, some of these thoughts are anxieties, man. I mean, you got to be careful. Remember that I'm sharing my unfiltered thoughts, my unfiltered things that I am processing currently. These are not completed thoughts, and perhaps will not be completed for a decade. But I'm sharing it prior to completion because I think that's, you know, that how else can you monitor growth if you don't take a snapshot while you're growing, you know? So anyway, hey man, if you're my kid watching this 30 years in the future, hello, greetings. I hope you are having a good day. I love you, probably. Unless you murdered someone. Even then, I don't know. Depends. Yeah. All right. Anyway, so the next part here is, and perhaps the final part, and you know what? God damn it. I was really excited because I was actually going to, prior to recording this, I was going to say, we're going to ignore all of the things that I learned today, and we're just going to talk about this one thing. The one thing, before we get to that, this was really cool. This was a small thing. Sorry, not a small thing. This is a very big thing. Today, BZ Charlic Bread posted the first ever comment on this channel. He said, "Great video, man. This is exactly the content I'm after." And I said, "Hope to keep learning, keep sharing. Thank you for being the first comment on this channel ever. Have a good one." And man, I'm very thankful that someone watched my video and said thanks. I guess. I don't think I'm necessarily doing it for thanks or for recognition or for views. I think if everyone in the world died, and it was just me, I think I'd still record this. And I think I'd still publish it. But to know that even if that's the case, someone gets something out of it, hey, that's pretty epic, man. And I'm very appreciative of that. So, final thing. Good God, I have so many things to read right now. I have so many things to watch. I'm so curious about everything right now. It's so exciting. Ugh. Anyway, New York, it was, what is it called? Synecdoche? Man, I don't know how to pronounce it. Synecdoche, New York? How do you pronounce it?
Synecdoche.
Holy shit. Synecdoche, New York. Man, wow, I was pronouncing it wrong this entire time. All right, Synecdoche, New York. Phenomenal movie. 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, whatever scale out of max value. Here's my review. This is what I said immediately after watching it. This is a quote. "God, you're perfect." Response: "I'm a mess, but we fit." Yeah. So many thoughts here. What an absolute clusterfucked shotgun shell of truth. It even tackled a feeling that I hadn't thought about in a while. The feeling of temporarily entering a home that was once but no longer is your home. We're all just little people wading through a crushing, brutal, merciless, terrifying dark sea for a brief millisecond in humanity's history. But isn't that ever more a reason to appreciate, love, trust in the swimmers around you, to hold on to each other for dear life, to accept differences while acknowledging that the differences you may perceive are really just the same story told a different way? Anywho, lots of boobs. That was pretty epic. That was my review. I cried a bunch. Very, very impactful movie. I think it can very easily be interpreted as a very doomer, cynical perspective. I think it can also be perceived as very unifying and emotional, suggestive of emotional connectedness, you know? I think it's, goddamn. It really was about the pursuit of this idea of, this guy really had to do this thing. Part of that thing was this exhaustive self-examination, this exhaustive, okay, at this point in my life, this is exactly what's going to happen. This is exactly what everyone was thinking. This is exactly what I thought. This is exactly what everyone else was going to say to me because I knew exactly that for sure. And really evaluating it every single day. And the premise is that, he gets a MacArthur fellowship. That's why I looked it up. He becomes a MacArthur fellow. He's gonna make the greatest art piece ever, where it's a reflection of reality, all this stuff. Goes on until he dies. He never finishes it. Fuck. Again, whenever I start talking about a movie, please skip ahead if you don't want to know about it. But I don't think I'll say anything. Frankly, when I talk about movies here, I think I'm not trying to spoil the entire plot. I'm just trying. I think honestly, a lot of what I say my intent is for you to get really stoked about watching it, I guess. Anyway, if you'd like to watch it, I mean, it's I think it's about this danger of ruminating and reflecting and self-analyzing a little bit too much, such that you are stuck in the past and you are no longer you today. One person said, and I quote, "I think it's about how we are eternally alone and how knowing someone is really as limited as knowing a tiny bit about them and then using that tiny fraction of them to stand in for all the rest," which is a really interesting point. I really like that point. There was also, there was one more point that I really, really loved. Someone posted a quote. This is a quote from the movie. This is hands down the best quote here for me. Actually, that's not true. There's so many good quotes. Jesus. "You only see a tenth of what is true. There are a million little strings attached to every choice you make. You can destroy your life every time you choose. But maybe you won't know for 20 years. You may never, ever trace it to its source. And you only get one chance to play it out. Just try and figure out your own divorce. And they say there is no fate, but there is. It's what you create. And even though the world goes on for eons and eons, you are only here for a fraction of a second. Most of your time is spent being dead or not yet born. But while alive, you wait in vain, wasting years for a phone call or a letter or a look from someone or something to make it all right. And it never comes, or it seems to, but doesn't really. And so you spend your time in vague regret or vaguer hope that something good will come along. Something to make you feel connected, something to make you feel whole, something to make you feel loved. And the truth is, I just feel so angry. And the truth is, I just feel so fucking sad. And the truth is, I've just felt so fucking hurt for so fucking long, and for as long as I'm pretending I'm okay, just to get along for, I don't know why. Maybe because no one wants to hear about my misery, because they have their own. Well, fuck everybody. Amen. That's Jesus Christ, man. It's such an interesting point, man. I'll let it sit with you because I've analyzed quite a lot here. I think from the last couple minutes, you can kind of guess how it's impacted my how I've thought about some things here. But movie is phenomenal, really, really good, and again, it makes me reflect on what is this log, what is this dynamic with me and how what I'm going to post, what am I going to record, what am I going to do throughout the day? Should I just be taking snapshots of my day as it's happening? When I have a really cool thought throughout the day, should I just record my reaction as it's happening? You know, should I record these authentic moments and these authentic thoughts as it's happening? Should it be a reflection at the end of the day where we talk about everything? We talk about all the cool stuff, free form, just see what happens, right? I didn't talk about everything. I talked about all the cool stuff, but it's been 44 minutes. Is this perhaps a masturbatory reflection, like that is a waste of time and I should be doing something else? I don't know. I'd like to think that it offers some value. I'd like to think that this helps me process that it will be worthwhile. But I don't know. I don't know how... I think the more I learn about the world, the less I know about it. So, you know, I've only been doing this for like 3 days, and I'm already thinking about, should I even be doing this? It's a weird thing. It's a horribly weird thing. I do think that perhaps I should be a little bit more structured. I added a little bit of structure at the beginning with saying, you know, this is the best thing that happened today. These are some things I'm grateful for. I think maybe I should highlight achievements for the day, goals for tomorrow, plans, things I'm excited about. Maybe I should limit it to certain themes, like the top 5 things of the day, the top 3 things of the day, the top 3 like categories of things of the day, like philosophy or content creation or creativity, etc. You know, or motivation, depression, etc. I don't know. I think I'll figure it out, and I will assume probably in a year and through a lot of neurotic thinking and reflection, I'll have landed on a decent format that makes sense. Maybe I'll try a day where I don't write any notes and I just come over here and I say my thoughts. Maybe I try a day where I record every single thought that I have throughout the day in like 30-second bursts and I edit it really quick in Premiere. Maybe I get a drawing pad and we add a little bit of visualization to this discussion here. I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is. I'm curious what you guys think the right answer is. I researched so much about how different people have journaled in the past. Like what are the different things you could care about, you know? What if you just journaled about your like water consumption? That's a thing. This could just be the journal about I drank 5 cups of water today. That's it. You know? It can happen. I don't know what the right answer is. And I think maybe the point is that the act of even starting on this reflection makes you think about how you're reflecting, which makes you maybe land on a better form of reflection. Or it lends itself to a disorder that would be bad and I ruin my life. I don't know. Same quote, man. Same quote from Synecdoche.
Synecdoche.
Damn. Synecdoche. Same quote from Synecdoche. You never know what decision you're making, man. There is no way to know whether it was the right decision or the wrong decision. You'll never know. Maybe not for 20 years. Maybe not ever until you die. Maybe you'll never know. Was it the right answer to say that thing? Was it the right answer to do that thing? Was it the right answer to hide that thing, to lie about that thing? Was it the right answer to whatever? Drive yourself crazy if you think about it. So I think the answer is you kind of have to, okay, I did something. All right, let's see what happens. Be a little bit curious. I don't think there is a right answer. And I think the mission that I'm on right now is simply not being paralyzed. It's my biggest goal. Again, biggest goal, no paralysis, man. I don't know if you guys relate to that, but it's like, it's so easy to get lost in thought, to get lost in reflection. The things you've done, the things you want to do, and do nothing. So the goal is don't do that. And not to think about it too hard. Read a book. Have some fun. Play some Mario. That's the goal. Really excited, man. Really excited. Also, one really interesting thing about Synecdoche.
Synecdoche.
Fuck yeah. Let's go. Synecdoche was someone in the Reddit thread that I was reading about, like, you know, what were some thoughts that other people had about this? Someone said, I watched the first 10 minutes, saw nothing of interest, and turned it off. And what is crazy is I texted my girlfriend and texted my friend. I was like, dude, I'm watching Synecdoche, New York, and it is one of the coolest movies I've ever seen. It's only the first 10 minutes. This is amazing. Dude, It's so crazy that, like, again, this is again what I'm saying is like, oh my God. And it's such an obvious realization. I'm saying water is wet, but every single person has a subjective experience of, damn, that guy fucking hated the movie and I loved it in the first 10 minutes. He thought it was a waste of time and that he was being led on and this is a stupid waste of time movie and that the director is a jackass for making him waste his time because eventually it gets good, but why should I have to subject myself to waiting? And I was like, man, this is immediately amazing. What the heck? This is awesome. I'm saying water is wet, but it's so cool, dude. Anyway, I think a conclusion, got to be careful about the self-reflection. Got to be careful about spending all day taking notes about things I'm learning. You know, there's value in this learning, this examination of the self. But damn it, dude, you gotta also go out and sniff some flowers or something. I don't really go around sniffing flowers, but you know, sniff the trash room. When I go to the trash room, I go like this. And I rock really fast. Don't breathe through anything. Because if you just don't breathe, then you don't smell. You know? Anyway, gotta make sure I'm not self-reflecting too hard. Very dangerous. Very, very easy to enter masturbatory self-reflection, man. Very easy. Be careful. The other conclusion, dear God, we are on this planet for a very short amount of time, and I'm very thankful that I get to be here talking to you, good sir. Whether you're in bed, on the toilet, in the future, I don't know. Anyway, thank you for listening, and I will be back tomorrow with another log. Maybe it will be shorter, maybe it will be a different format, I do not know. Adios.